guys, welcome back to The Cluttered Life. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 apps that make my life easier, that I love, that are great for moms. I'm not really sure on the title of this video yet, but 5 apps that have really helped me in several different situations. So no social media apps, no camera apps, just different apps that have really helped me, and I'll explain more once I get started. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so the first app is called Paprika. A friend told me about this app a couple years ago, and it has changed my life and my family's life as well, because it is kind of an all-in-one meal planning, recipe, box type thing, grocery list. So all in one. I don't like cooking. I'm married almost 12 years. I still don't like cooking. I don't like meal planning. I don't like any of that stuff. And I, have tried different things over the years, but none of them really worked out except for this, because it's kind of an all-in-one. So I've noticed that since I started using this app a couple years ago, that the question of what's for dinner has been less, especially during the week. It used to be that I would text my husband all the time and be like, I don't want to cook. I don't know what we're going to make for dinner, and so we would just go out. So I still kind of have that issue on the weekends. It's hard for me to get motivated to cook on the weekends, but during the weekday, for the most part, we are eating at home, which is great. So this app is kind of detailed, kind of an all-in-one. So it's got all these little tabs on the side here: recipe, browser, grocery, and meal. So on the recipe, what's cool is that, say you found a recipe on Pinterest, you can copy that link, open up the Paprika app, and it will automatically recognize that you've copied a link and you can add it in there. Now most of the time it will, you can just hit save recipe and it will save it, with the ingredients, instructions, and have it all organized. For some reason, sometimes if a site, like a blog site, posts a recipe, sometimes it won't be able to figure out how to organize everything, but you just kind of highlight and copy and paste, and you can put the recipe in there yourself. So it's really easy, and they're getting better about saving recipes where you don't have to manually go in and add the recipe. But if you go into the recipe, there's a button at the top for calendar, and that's where you can add that recipe today. So that's your meal planning. It also has a heart button if that's one of your favorite. I like to do that to keep, kind of those reoccurring recipes that my family likes. And then at the top is a grocery cart, which is cool because then all the ingredients come up. And so you can check them or uncheck them, maybe if you have some of those ingredients. And I really like that because it also puts how much you need of that ingredient. So I used to just write them down or, put them in my notepad app on my phone, but I wouldn't put how much I needed, so I always got too much or not enough. So this is really great. You know exactly how much you need. So that's all in the recipe part. Of course, there's a browser tab. If you go to the grocery list, it saves all of your groceries. So if you have your staple items, all you have to do is just check them or uncheck them. And it's got a tab for all, so it shows all the things that you've added to your grocery list, and then things that you've bought and things to buy. So if you as you check things off the list when you're going through the grocery store, it's just much easier to go grocery shopping because I just have to, uncheck them when I've gotten an item. And then of course it's got the meal planning thing. So I really like this because it's all in one. So I've been able to try more Pinterest recipes that I've saved. I used to just, save them and never make any of them because it's just easy to just kind of copy and paste and put it in there. So it's a really, really easy app. I hope that makes sense because it kind of has a lot of details to it. But if you're someone that kind of struggles with meal planning or you need kind of an all-in-one thing, I love this because each week making my grocery list is so much easier because I have everything in there. Definitely changed my whole planning. I still don't like cooking. I still don't like meal planning, but at least it's kind of like easier and we're eating out less and less, especially during the week. The next one that I love that most people probably know about is the Target Cartwheel app. So I used to coupon a long time ago, and for many reasons I kind of stopped just because we're trying to eat healthier, and I was buying like junk stuff that we never ate. And I know you can go and find some good coupons. Hip to Save, she's really good about finding some healthier things that are on savings. But the other thing is that I just cannot keep up with coupons. I'm not going to do that binder thing anymore, and I just feel like it's 2015 now. We should be able to have everything on our phones, all coupons, all receipts. Why can't every store just send you a receipt? Sorry, I'm getting on a rant, but it just drives me crazy because I just hate having all this paper. So I love the Cartwheel app because it's just mobile coupons. My favorite thing about this app is if you go to the search, you can scan the barcode. So as I'm shopping, maybe I found a shirt or something that I want to buy and I want to know if it's on sale. You can scan that. And the other cool thing is that if there's not a coupon for that item, it will bring up something and show like, here are some similar items that we do have a coupon for. So really, really like this app. Love the app. The scanning feature is really cool because then you can just, you know, see if there's a coupon for that instead of just searching. Okay, the next app that I have, I actually searched it and it's not available anymore. It's weird when they do that, but I will show you guys some alternatives. But it is a white noise app. So when we travel or when our kids were little, you know, I like to have white noise as we travel. I have to sleep with white noise. Our kids do. Maybe we've damaged them. I don't know. I think they'll be perfectly fine just having white noise, but I just can't sleep in silence. I can't handle it at all. So the app that I use is called Sheepy. It's kind of hard to say, Sheepy. But another one that I use is called iDream. So it's great, you know, to put that on your phone, especially if you have a newborn, if you're, you know, if you want them to nap, and maybe you're out at the mall or something like that, you can just stick your phone kind of in a safe spot in the stroller or whatever, and then they've got that white noise so they're not being interrupted with their sleep. It's just a really great little basic app. You know, when we travel, I love to have it with me. So I really love that one. Like I said, the Sheepy app is not available anymore for some reason, but you can also get iDream or any of the free ones. I would not pay for one because they're all kind of, you know, all the same thing. There's no reason to pay for them. There's plenty of free ones out there. The next app on my list is also a sleep app. So I have a hard time going to sleep at night. Essential oils have helped a little bit, but it's like as soon as I lay down, my mind is just going a million miles per hour, especially recently. But this app really helps me because it kind of makes me go to sleep. So what happens is if I can't go to sleep, I get on my phone. And I know people say like don't keep your phone in your bed or whatever, but I use it as my alarm clock and then as the white noise that I mentioned before. So I have to keep it with me. But I found this app called Sleep Cycle, and it's really cool because you set like a wake up time. I definitely wouldn't use it as your only alarm because when it wakes you up, it's just kind of like this slow, peaceful guitar thing, and sometimes like if I set my alarm for 6 o'clock, I actually won't hear it until 6:30 because it's very subtle. But what I like about this is it kind of, you know, just takes inventory of your sleep. So it'll show you where you had deep sleep. If you didn't, it'll keep a record and let you know like what your worst night was, what your shortest night, all of that stuff. It's just really cool. And so what it does for me is it kind of makes me feel like it's a test or something, that I can't look at my phone. Like once I turn it on, if I'm tossing and turning or thinking about too much, like I can't look at my phone because I've got the sleep cycle on, and so it's kind of testing me, you know, if I'm going to go to sleep or not. So I think it's really helped me to have less of those really late nights where I'm just up thinking I kind of have to like force myself to go to sleep. Apparently I did not sleep well last night. I felt like I did, but this is showing that I had a lot of awake time. So that's what's kind of cool too, to, you know, you kind of like wake up in the morning, you're like, oh man, I can tell that I didn't get some sleep. Or like one time it was like really low in the deep sleep. I was like, yeah, I really felt that. After I did the night that I did my half marathon, that night was like flatline on deep sleep. And actually if you go down to the bottom, it'll say like best night, worst night, or whatever, and it's still on there as the best night. So really great app, especially if you're someone that struggles with sleep. I think this really has helped me to understand like what my sleep cycles are. Okay, the final app that I'm going to show you guys is actually on my iPad. I think it's available on the iPhone. I just haven't put it on there. It's an app for my kids called Reading Raven, and they discovered this app when we went to the Apple store one time. We go all the time, just to to look and dream and wish we could get all this stuff. But we went to the Apple Store and they found this app, and I think it was $2.99, so it is a little bit, but I think it's definitely worth it. Our 4-year-old, last year, he's kind of gotten better with it, but he was having a hard time with writing. So he would start writing his name and mess up and just scratch it out and get really frustrated. And so I like this app because it does a couple of different things. It has obviously reading in it, putting words together, words that rhyme, but it also has a place where you can, you know, kind of trace the letters, which is great for him. Obviously he's not using a pencil, he's using his finger, but it just kind of has helped him with this confidence of writing. The other thing that I love about it, if I can open it, is that it kind of tracks their progress. And what's cool is that I can put a username for each kid. So obviously the almost 7-year-old is going to be further along than the almost 5-year-old. So that's what I like, is you can kind of make usernames and then you can check their progress and see what they've done. So it's a really neat app. I don't download a lot of apps for our kids. We don't really, you know, let them use the iPhone that much unless we're in a situation like a doctor's office or they're really antsy at a restaurant while we're waiting. But this one I think is really, really helpful for kids with reading and writing and all that stuff. So I highly recommend it. I think it's $2.99, but definitely worth it, and better than them just sitting there playing Angry Birds. You know, they're actually learning something with this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any apps that, you know, help you and make your life easier, please let me know, because I'm always looking for new apps to add that can make certain parts of my life easier. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be back next week with another video. Hope you have a great day. Bye bye.